Got my comic book t-shirt on, so that means it's
Comic book all time with Duncan.
I actually watch a bunch of comic book channels where they just show what they've got or talk about, you know, comics like Ghost Critic, Nerdburger J, Dr. Monkeybot, and I've always wanted to do like comic book hauls and talk about comics because I don't really get much of a chance because I don't really know that many people who like comic books. And I have this channel where I haven't uploaded anything in like 9 months, so I thought I'd do that here. And I have a crap ton of comic books to show, so I'll try to be quick, but this is probably going to be a long video, so if you don't give a shit about comics, you should probably stop watching now. And if you want to watch this, you should just have it on in the background and listen, I guess. I'll try and talk a little bit about some of the comic books, but I'll just show most of them. Okay, let's go. Okay, so first we have Batman 48 and 49. I have been enjoying this Greg Capullo Scott Snyder run, but it started out really strong and had a little bit of lull in the middle, and it's okay at the moment. It's not as good as when it started, but I still like it. Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I mean, what more can you ask for? Midnighter. Basically, he is a gay Batman. So if you just like want straight up action in your comics, you should get this. Robin, Son of Batman. I do like Damian, but this series, it's just okay. And comic books in Japan, because the yen is crap, the price has gone up a lot, so I'm probably going to have to drop this. Swamp Thing. This is a mini-series written by the original writer, I think, Len Wein. And it's okay. But, you know, we've had like Alan Moore Swamp Thing, Scott Snyder Swamp Thing, Mark Millar Swamp Thing, what's the latest one? Charles Soule Swamp Thing, and this just seems a bit generic. All New Avengers 3, 4, and 5. They're written by Mark Waid, who I am a fan of, but I've realised also I have Uncanny Avengers 4 and 5. These are like the first 2 Avengers titles that I've actually tried collecting, and I've kind of realised that I'm not really an Avengers person, and a lot of the characters in it I don't really care for that much, so I'll probably be dropping both of them. I might continue with the Mark Waid one because I like Mark Waid, but I don't know. Darth Vader, I've really been enjoying this. I've liked most of the stuff that has been going on since like Marvel got Star Wars back. I really think that they should make a movie out of this series because it's really good. Deadpool 5, 6, 7. Me and Deadpool have had a sort of love-hate relationship. I've been a fan of Deadpool on and off since I was 12. I read the first series. I kind of stopped because I moved to Japan. But the first series actually got cancelled, which is amazing because Deadpool would not get cancelled now in 2016. Deadpool and Cable split second. 1, 2, 3. This series wasn't very good. Doctor Strange 4 and 5. I'm really liking what Jason Aaron is doing with Doctor Strange. I like Jason Aaron, all of his in general, just like all of his work. And this, I don't know, I've never read Doctor Strange, but I don't know if that he added this aspect of like every time he uses magic, it takes a toll on his body and he has to sacrifice certain things when he uses magic, so he can't eat anything basically because he's sacrificed all of that, so he just eats like weird shit, and it's really cool. Drax 2 and 3. This is written by CM Punk, my boy CM Punk, former WWE star. It's pretty good, but because of the price of the comic books, I'm probably going to drop this and get it in trade. Hawkeye 3 and 4. This, again, I might drop it, I don't know, and get it in trade. I really liked Matt Fraction's Hawkeye, and Jeff Lemire, is that how you say his name? Jeff Lemire's Hawkeye it's good, but it's not Fraction Hawkeye. So I'm still on the fence about this one. The Totally Awesome Hulk. This is the new Hulk after Secret Wars ended. It is Amadeus Cho is the new Hulk. I've got the first 2 issues and I kind of like it, but I'm dropping it. Secret Wars issue 9. This is the series that merged the Ultimate Universe and the Marvel Universe together so that they could just cherry pick all of the nice things that they like about the Ultimate Universe and shove it all into the Marvel Universe. The series I liked, but because a lot of the titles got cancelled, well, because of this, so that they could relaunch them again, after the titles started, I don't know, I just don't have the same feeling towards the titles that I was collecting before Secret Wars started, and one of those is Silver Surfer 1 and 2. I love Michael Allred's artwork. It's beautiful, but it's written by Dan Slott, and I don't know. I really like the first series, but maybe that's just Dan Slott. After a while, I just get bored of his stuff, so maybe that's why I might be dropping this, but I might keep collecting just for the artwork. Spider-Gwen 4 and 5. Written by Jason Latour. I'm actually really enjoying this. I didn't think I would, because I thought Spider-Gwen was really gimmicky, but the story is actually really interesting, and I like the world that Spider-Gwen is in. New Spider-Man. This is Miles Morales' Ultimate Spider-Man after he's moved to the Marvel Universe, and no explanation of anything basically in this first issue, and I don't know, I might drop this. Spider-Man and Deadpool 1 and 2. It's written by the people who wrote, not the original series, but the original long-running series of Deadpool. Joe Kelly and Ed McGuinness draws it. I kind of like it, but the thing is, I really don't like the new Spider-Man, the Tony Stark Spider-Man, and because of that, I might drop this. I'm dropping a lot of things. Star Wars 15... What? Wait, what? Why is there two Star Wars 15? Oh wait, this is Darth Vader. Darth Vader 15. Star Wars 14. It's not in order, is it? And Star Wars 16. Really enjoying the Star Wars Marvel series. I am a huge Star Wars fan, but never really read any of the expanded universe. The Dark Horse and the novels and stuff, because I don't know, it was a bit intimidating. When I got into Star Wars, there was already a shit ton of it, and I never really got into it. So sort of fresh start Marvel again, and I'm really enjoying it. This is written by Jason Aaron too, so I'm probably a bit biased towards that. Speaking of Jason Aaron, we have another one by Jason Aaron, The Mighty Thor. Thor is a female at the moment. She is, spoiler alert, Jane Foster. I might drop this and get it in trade. It's just, I like Silver Surfer. I really liked it before Secret Wars started, and then they had the Secret Wars break, and I just not into it as much as I was before Secret Wars. Chew, we're not into indies now. This is by Image Comics. Chew 54. This you guys should read. It's gonna, I think it's ending at issue 60. This is issue 54. It is basically about this guy who works for the FDA, and in this world, basically, chicken has been banned because there was this big disease that went around, and he works with the FDA that cracks down on people who are illegally cooking chicken and stuff, and he has this special ability where he can eat something and he can taste where it came from and what happened. So basically he sometimes eats bodies and stuff to figure out how they got killed and stuff, and it's really cool. And there's lots of other weird people with these food related powers, so you should totally check it out. Paper Girls 4 and 5 by Brian K. Vaughan. I'm not really sure what's going on yet, but I'm gonna keep reading. Prophet Earth War issue 1. This is basically Brandon Graham took a character called Prophet by Rob Liefeld that was terrible and made it awesome. Ringside issue 2 and 3. It's basically a sort of behind the scenes wrestling comic, but also there's this story about a retired wrestler who's, I'm not really sure, he's trying to find his friend, and there's his story where he's trying, I think he's working for debt collectors or something, I can't remember, and then there's the other, his wrestler mates who are just working in the wrestling business, and you get sort of a behind the scenes wrestling stuff. I'm gonna continue reading it for a bit more, but I might drop it. Some more Jason Aaron, Southern Bastards. This is about basically redneck America. Easily offended people should not read this. It's about this town that is basically ruled by the coach of the football team, because in this town, like, football means everything, and it is fucked up, but in an awesome way. Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses. This is like a crime and anthology series, I'd like to say, because it sort of skips around in the dates from like the 70s to, I think, early 90s, was it? Early 80s. It skips around a lot and focuses on different people, and again, maybe easily offended people shouldn't read it, but it's one of my, along with Southern Bastards, it's one of my favourite comics of last year. Okay, we have Walking Dead 150, and then we have this special, I think this is like the comic retailers version. I looked and it was being sold for like $200 or $300, but my comic store just gave it to me for free. It's just like a black and white version of this. It's kind of cool that they gave it to me for free. Thank you. They give me lots of things for free because I spend so much money there. And then we have 151. At the moment, The Walking Dead, I seriously thought of dropping it because it got so boring. But then it started to pick up again, so I'm kind of interested to see what happens, because they always leave each issue on a cliffhanger, and the Robert Kirkman is so good at like making you think that something is going to happen, so leaving you on a cliffhanger, and then you read the beginning of the next issue and something completely different happens. So you should check it out if you're a fan of the TV show. Morning Glories. This is a trade paperback, volume 9. I was buying the single issues. No, at first I was buying the trade paperbacks, went to single issues, and now I'm back to the trade paperbacks for some reason. This is about a school. Oh, I don't know, what the fuck? I'm not really sure what it's about. It's confusing as fuck, but you just want to keep reading. It's like time travel and weird powers, and this school that's like, all the teachers are fucking scary, and I don't know, but I think you should check it out. Nick Spencer is a good writer. Astro City 31 and 32. This is the longest Astro City has been going for, I think. It's basically sort of throwback to the old, not the golden age, is it the silver age of like comic books, but done sort of like in a modern way. And a lot of them are just one issue is like one story, and it's very good. So if you just want to read normal superhero, I'm really bad at explaining shit, but it's really good, so you should check it out. Unfollow. That's Unfollow. What issue is this? 3 and 4. This is basically it's not Twitter, but it is. So on Twitter, 140 people were chosen because of 140 characters, I guess. And this multi-billionaire who created Twitter is giving all his money away to 140 people. And he brought them all onto this island. And I thought it was going to be like Battle Royale. And it kind of is. But instead of saying, oh, I'm going to have you guys kill, he said, you're each going to have millions of dollars. But if, you know, by any chance one of you dies, you guys get that person's money. So he's like, it's not a battle royale, but, you know, it kind of is. It's pretty interesting. Valiant Comics that was revived 3 years ago, and we have Exo Manowar 43 and 44. He's basically Iron Man with a suit that's alive, but I like it better than Iron Man. More Valiant Comics. Ninjak issue 11 and 12. Ninjak is a British ninja who works for MI6. I do not know why this is not a movie yet. Badger issue 1. This is a new series. Badger is he's just like this fucked up war veteran who has multiple personality disorder, and he fights bad guys and has pet badges, I believe. It's a really old series that has been like brought back. I can't remember. I read the old series when I was like 12. Hellboy Winter Special. If you've never read Hellboy, I suggest you start reading. X-Files Season 11, number 6. They started with Season 10, and it's actually been pretty good. They've gotten the whole X-Files vibe, and it's pretty cool. But I think they're renumbering it because, you know, the new TV series came out, so I think I'm just going to stop after this Season 11 stops. Rachel Rising, unfortunately it's going to finish with issue 41 or 42. One of the best comics on the stands. It's basically about Rachel here. She wakes up in the ground and digs herself out and has memories of being strangled. I can't tell you more because it'll spoil it for you, but you should totally read this. Copra, round 3. This is the third trade paperback of Copra, written and drawn and everything by Michelle Fife. If you like old school Suicide Squad, this is for you. This is like a throwback to Suicide Squad with a spin on it, and it is great. And the last of the new comics, well, it's not new, but what I got from the comic store, The Tick, Big Blue Destiny, The Complete Works. I haven't read this yet. I'm just, you know, The Tick just brings me back to like when I was 10 or 11 or something. I loved the cartoon show, so I had to get this. Now on to the back issues. We have a lot of those too. I'm just going to go through these. Dial H, number 1, the new 52 one. Ultimate X-Men 80, 83, 86. I'm on this mission to complete the whole Ultimate Universe. It's very stupid. This is the Old Midnighter series, issue 15. Morning Glories, issue 2. And then we have some X Factor 145. X-Force, issue 6. New Mutants, issue 96. We have some nice Rob Liefeld art there. More Ultimate X-Men 87, 88, 89. Ultimate X, issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have a shit ton of Powers. Powers is about this world where they have superheroes, but they also have cops that keep the superheroes in line, and it's about a normal, I think she's normal woman and a guy who used to be a superhero, so he's an ex-power, and they're them just policing and investigating superpower related crimes. Okay, so we have the first series, issue 30, 31, 32. This is this the second series? Second or third? Issue 2, 7, 8, 9, 11, 14, 15, 20, 22, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30. This is... what series is this? I'm not sure. But it's another different series. I accidentally bought 2 of issue 2. And issue 6. And we have one more pile of comics. Okay. I bought this massive pile of Swamp Thing comics. A lot of them are written by Mark Millar. The artwork on the covers is pretty sweet. Mark Millar is the writer of things like Kick-Ass. He wrote Civil War. A lot of his stuff is, to me, it's hit or miss. So we have 101, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109. We jump to 139, 144, 145, 146, 147, 155. Well, that's a nice cover. 157, 162, 166, 167, 169, 171. Is this the final issue of this series? And then we have Fool Killer, who basically kills fools. He's kind of like the Punisher, but more nuts. And I believe, I can't remember, but I believe this one commits suicide in prison, and then someone else takes over the mantle of Fool Killer, and that Fool Killer is in the current Deadpool series. I think that's how the story goes. Ecstatics. I actually have this one and I accidentally bought it again. X-Force issue 2. This is the second appearance of Deadpool. Beautiful Rob Liefeld art there. The story is going to be pretty bad. And here we have, this is something that... Oh, most of these back issues only cost 100 yen. These didn't, I'm not going to say how much they cost. They cost more than 100 yen. Amazing Spider-Man 298. This is the first... I think it, yeah. This is first Todd McFarlane art on The Amazing Spider-Man. Look at that, that's nice. And then we have Amazing Spider-Man 299. Again, Todd McFarlane. Beautiful artwork. And then, I'm so happy I have this. The Amazing Spider-Man 300. This is the first appearance of Venom. Nerdgasm. And that is all of the comics that I got in January and February. So I'll probably be doing these videos maybe every 2 months. Hopefully. If you read comics, tell me what you're reading currently. I really want to know. I really want to talk comic books in the comment section. So leave your comments away. I'm sorry this was really long. If you stuck to the end, thank you. Let's have a little digital hug here. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. And I will see you guys soon, hopefully on my main English channel. Bye!